97.9 The Box is the Madd Hatta Morning Show, and the incredible Andre Johnson is in the studio after his official retirement from the game with the Texans a few days ago. How does it feel, bruh?
Feels good. Just to be free now. So,
does it really?
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to miss the game at all?
Nah.
Come on, Dre.
Nah,
I think you got at least 2 more years left. That's what I told the guys when this first went down. I said, man, they should just let him go back for 1 more year.
Nah, once I went to a game and watched it, I didn't have the urge to get on the field. So
You're the first football player I ever heard say that.
Is that because you thought you couldn't help him?
No, it ain't that. I just didn't have an urge to get back out there no more.
Okay, do you think that you could if you had to?
If I had to, yeah.
You could get out there and still be an effective player.
Yeah.
So what is it with retirement that you're looking forward to then? Because you're still a young guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just enjoying life right now. I haven't really thought about what's next for me.
Okay, let me ask you this. All these years you're playing, at some point in time you're going to have to retire. Did you already have a number in your head saying, I'm going to retire by this time, no matter if I got rings, this, that, the other, I'm retiring by this time?
Well, when I first came in the league, I said I only wanted to play 10 years. And when I hit my 10th year, I was like, I could play 5 more. So I was shooting for 15.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I didn't make it to 15, but that's what I was shooting for.
Is that personal choice? Because I believe that you could have made it. I still think that there's more, but I'm a fan too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me. I'll be honest with you. It's hard for me to watch now. I enjoyed watching you. I enjoyed watching Foster. Once y'all guys kind of like splintered off, I'm kind of lackadaisical when it comes to watching Texans football now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's different too, because when you go to different teams too, it's different experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So, after being in one place for so long, and then you moving here and moving there, it takes a little toll on you, because you're not used to it. So you getting away from what you're used to, and then you having to meet new guys, be around new teammates. So it's just a little different. But
did you not like the experience of leaving and going through that, meeting everybody all over again, and reestablishing yourself?
I didn't. I can say I didn't enjoy the city.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As far as the guys in the locker room were great. In Indy, man, we had some like crazy like characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like comedy show every day. So, but yeah, I think it was just more just being in a different city and not really enjoying the city.
You're a Houston guy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're very comfortable in this city. I was always wondering if you would go back home once you did retire. Did that ever enter a thought of yours at all? I mean, to me, I think you are a Houston guy now, and sometimes that's just what happens. Mm-hmm. You grow into another part of you. You grow into something else, so to speak, and you've become part of this city. Like, to me, Andre Johnson is a Houston guy.
Right.
Although I know you know.
Yeah. I never really, to be honest, when I first started playing here, my first like 3 years, as soon as the season was over, I was packed up.
Mm-hmm.
I never came back until it was time for all-season workouts.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just gone the whole time. I would be in Miami the whole time, but probably like my 4th year, I started staying. And, a lot of my friends was just like, man, why you don't never come home that much no more? So I was like, man, I'm used to Miami. I'm used to, I grew up there, so I'm used to all the stuff everybody else is amazed with.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't really do nothing for me.
So what is it about Houston then?
I think it's just over the years, just the relationships and stuff you build. So it feels more like home.
Mm-hmm.
So when you've been somewhere for so long, it's just like why leave it?
The greatest Houston Texan of all time. How does people feel when people say that? Because I mean, when you retired last week, it was like, this is the Mount Rushmore. It's pretty much, we start with you. You're probably going to be the first Houston Texan to go in the Hall of Fame. When people come up to you and say that, what's your reaction?
It's crazy. I think I didn't really realize. My uncle used to always tell me, he was like, man, you don't realize what you've accomplished. And I don't think I really realized it until the other day. Like,
really?
Yeah.
So how could your blinders be on and not see that? Hey man, I bought your jersey. You didn't know that?
$4,000 jersey he bought.
Shut up.
It was like game jersey. You played in this jersey, Andre. He bought it for $4,000.
Jimbo's a lie.
No, but I
just
think
saying,
you don't
while
really.
you go through there, you don't realize that.
I don't get caught up in really what's going on. Like,
and that's what I think. That's what I think this city loves about Andre Johnson, is that we could tell the way you are is the way you are. Your demeanor is always the same. You know, we've seen you in places. You're the same way with people. You know, very generous. So I can tell that there's no big headedness there. But to not know that, you know, you're this kind of awesome player. You know, you just do it and you just do it. You know, you don't never look in the mirror and it's like, yeah, I am. I'm a bad boy. Especially when you go back and you look at the tape and you're like, come man, some of the stuff you was doing, I just don't even still to this day see how it was even humanly possible. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really get caught up into it, like, especially not while I was playing. I was just more focused on trying to.
Come on, man, you didn't give yourself a pat on the back one time.
That
one catch that you did, like, damn.
No, I know I went out and did some great stuff, but
Yeah, that's funny.
I just never really got caught up into it, man. I was always just trying to be better at what I was doing. So,
what was your ultimate goal? What was it that you wanted to accomplish? Of course, you want to come in and get paid and blah blah blah. But what was, you know, Andre Johnson's thought process? What's the main accomplishment that he wanted to get out of the game before, you know, you decided that, you know, it was time to retire?
Well, my biggest thing was when I first came here, it was crazy because, like I was telling them the other day at the press conference, when you spoke of the Texans, it was the laughing stock of the NFL. Yeah. You know, you had the commercial with David Carr with no offensive line. You know, you had, you know, that was like the big commercial running. And, And when I got drafted, I'm like, man, like, I got to go to Houston, you know? And you were excited about everything when you first get drafted, but then when you realize you're like, okay, I'm going to Houston, not a good team, new franchise. And then when I got here and I just was around the team and everything, I just took on the challenge. Mm-hmm. You know, I was like, okay, I'm coming here. It's an underdog team. Nobody respects us. So I'm going to help put this organization on the map. So that was just my whole thing. Like, I was like, no matter what I got to do, I'm going to make people know who the Houston Texans. Yeah.
I think you did that. Undoubtedly, I think we can all say that. Go ahead.
Andre, Texan for 11 years. What is your favorite memory as a Houston Texan?
Probably winning our first playoff game. That was probably the because it took so long for it to happen. So it was always, everybody was just, you know, are we ever going to get there? So when we finally got there and then we ended up winning, that was probably was like one of the best feelings.
I think mine and maybe most of the guys in this room, our favorite memory is
don't say what I think. Don't say what I think.
When you took Finnegan to the ground in that game.
Okay, here's why. And you did a whole bunch of great plays, man. There's some catches that humanly should not have been made. But here's why. As we are having this interview, if people can hear, they can see, Dre's just a laid-back kind of guy. I think even when he laughs, it's a laid-back. Yeah, all the time. When this dude, we knew that for this guy to make you whip him the way you did, he had to have pushed the button that we could not hear. I'm like, damn, he must be really did something foul for Dre to just go off on this boy in the middle of the field. And the whole NFL knew. You, come on, man, anybody else would have gotten a fight. They suspension, fines. Everybody like, nah, that was Dre. That dude must be did something. That's the higher ups. They didn't even do nothing to this dude. Come on, man.
No, I got fined. I was fined $25,000 for that.
Peanuts for a guy like you.
He said, yeah, that's true.
But still, I mean, they had to do that. Just, you know, come on, Dre. But it was that's what it was. Because I don't want to look like we're promoting violence or anything like that. By the way, you know, football is a violent game. But it was just to see that raw emotion from you, like, wow.
Could you tell us what happened between you and Finnegan that game? Was he just talking a lot of crazy noise?
No, it was just something. It was just over time. Like, it had been going on for a few years. So I warned him. I told him, I was like, you gonna get yourself into something you don't want to get into. So
Dade County.
What'd you say, Dade County?
So-
You stupid man.
So after that,
Yeah.
and it's been years. What does he say now? Have you seen him and talked to him? Like, hey
I
man,
seen him after it happened, but I don't speak to him.
once it's over with you, it's over.
Yeah, like I mean, it was we actually, it's so crazy because we actually had spoke at the Pro Bowl one year, and you know, I thought everything was cool, but you know, he chose to handle it a different way. So
Do any of these, some of the stuff that happens on the field, we don't see it, you know, sometimes is it just the game? Like, you know, sometimes, like, you know, with situations like Finnegan, some players, the way the game is played, can you go back? Yeah. Can you go back months later or years later and you and those guys be cool? Or the beefs or whatever was going on that started during those times, you know, just no way to ever correct those relationships?
Nah, it's been times
or is it just
where
the game?
It's been times where you've been on the field and you know guys talk trash or say whatever, but some guys that's just the way they play. Like
It's part of the
that's
game.
yeah, like that's the way they play. That's how they you know they motivate themselves. Like they try to get in your head and stuff like that. And as soon as the game's over, like
Everybody's
you
cool.
know, man, you know, much respect, whatever. You know, you exchange words and it's over with. But that situation was just a little different. Like if I talk to you and tell you like, you know, man, look, like you need to stop doing what you're doing. Like,
Well, see, you said it like that, so he didn't believe you. Because up until that time, I didn't know you could fight like that.
Well, I imagine that he could, like you said, Dade County, but
But
still.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was. It was
Because he's so cool.
yes,
At
it
any
was one of our
situation.
favorite moments, Cooper, and you didn't have to tell him that, okay? There was a lot of great moments, and we hate to be deduced down to such a. Let's move
I think
on.
I think the playoff run with Matt Shot was.
Thank you, man.
when
Thank you, man.
When you guys
Thank
played
you.
the Ravens, I thought, man, you were so close, and that last throw to you at the. I mean, how does it? I mean, do you ever like? Are there losses that are tougher than others that you still kind of think about?
Especially the playoff losses. You know, because if you could change one play in that game, we'd probably win it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, the Jacoby fumble down
Yeah.
there too. That
Everybody
put him out there.
says that, but it was a play in the game, and it was a third down play, and we ran a play, and I was coming across the field on like a little shallow cross route, and they sent a blitz, and it wasn't nobody on the other side of the field, but I think the pressure got to TJ too early, and he threw the ball like real early. I wasn't looking for it, but even after that game happened, I used to always like think about that play, like, man, if he could have held the ball for like one more second, because there was nobody on the opposite side of the field, I probably would have caught the ball and walked in the end zone.
Man.
You got any other favorite moments of Andre Johnson on the field, or something you did that was, if you had to pick, like, if somebody had to go back and say, how does Andre want to be remembered as a player? And they asked you, what was the play? What did you do? And you said, here's the play. Here's the game. Here's that one time. This explains my entire career in one play.
Now everybody talks about the catch I had against the Redskins and
Oh yeah.
the catch I had against the Dolphins. Both of them were fourth down catches, but my favorite one was the one I had in Arizona when I ran the two guys over.
You enjoyed it just because you ran the two guys over? Just
No, I mean, you just don't. I mean, if you just look at the way the play happened, like the dude had a kill shot on me.
Mhm.
You know, I actually jumped up in the air for the ball. He tried to knock me out, but when I came down, he hit me. He bounced off of me, and I ran the other dude over to get in the end zone. So
So now, here it is. You retired. Oh, by the way, and I got to mention this too. You got what was it that got you so emotional at the press conference when you started speaking on your mother? You got really emotional.
yeah, cause you just don't, like, I don't take stuff for granted. Like, you know, you grew up a certain kind of way. You don't wanna, the things you experience growing up as a kid, it's something I never want to experience again. So my whole like I said, everything I did, it really wasn't for me. It's for her. You know, I didn't want. I told my mom at a young age, I was like, I don't want you work. I'm gonna make it where you don't have to work no more. So you tell your mama that as a kid, she's like, boy, get out my face.
whatever.
You know, so you know, because that's the years down the road. Nobody's looking that far ahead. So that was my ultimate goal. I didn't want my mama to want for anything.
When did you know you accomplished that goal? Where, oh yeah, she's straight now. I know she ain't got to worry about that.
When I got drafted.
Goal accomplished.
So how many kids were there?
It's just me and my brother, but she took care of the household by herself. So, you know, that's why I tell anybody, like, you growing up in a single parent home or anything like that, or whatever your situation is, like, don't get discouraged about it. You know, you just got to make the best of it. You know, anybody can make it. It's
So
just
y'all
up to
had
you.
days when it was hard to eat and
Yeah, days when it's just water in the refrigerator.
wow. So who were the role models that were men in your life?
If there were any.
My uncle, Andre, the one who was always with me.
So were there times like you was like, I don't feel like playing football. I don't feel like doing this.
It wasn't never that, because I knew that was my way to make it. Like, that's the way I looked at it. I was like, if I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna be a football player.
So
and that's just what
Now,
it was.
I'm glad you brought that. When did you know that was going to be your goal? When did you know you were good enough for that to even be a reasonable goal? Because there's a whole bunch of kids in all kind of situations
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I'm gonna make this my life. And
Yeah,
then,
I
you know,
get
there got to be some parents that come on like, look, man, we're going to have to go another route because you ain't Andre Johnson. You know what I'm
good at
saying?
something else.
Yeah, you know, I'm just being honest. But how do you know, like, wait a minute, you know, when did you know that you were probably good enough to really make something of this?
Well, to be honest, I was always good at it.
Don't be modest.
No, I'm just being honest. I was always good at it. Like, my uncles, they all played football.
Okay.
So me as a little kid, I used to hear stories about me crying because I used to want to get out there and play with them. So I used to have my oldest uncle. He used to like take me out in the street and show me how to kick the ball, throw the ball, and you know, do all that stuff. So he kind of taught me the fundamentals of the game. So I started playing organized football at 6 years old, and from the first time I got out there, I was good at it, and you know, I just always, it was just always something I wanted to do. I haven't missed a year of football since I was 6 years old.
God, jogger.
Wow.
It's a lot of dedication in years, bruh.
Yeah, I've been playing football since the age of 6. It was my first love. That was all I wanted to do. So, and then my family was a football family. Like, my grandmother, we used to have like dolphin parties and stuff like that. So, because we were all Dolphin fans when I was growing up. So it was a football family.
Now, saying all that, with all that you just said, your whole life has been dedicated to football since age 6. So now you're retired, so you don't have to have this dedication. You've acquired some things financially, so to speak. You've seen some things. You're able to take care of whomever you wanted to take care of. Now you don't have this outlet that you've had every single year of your life since 6 years old.
Right.
You retire.
Right.
And then you're still a young man. You know, that's the funny thing about sports, particularly football, because you could be about 30 and under or a little above it, but you still got a whole lot of life to live.
Right.
So what's been how did you come to the realization that, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. Now I have to start thinking about doing something else for the rest of these years.
Well, I actually prepared myself. When I got in my 11th year, I knew it was like, okay, nah, this is coming to an end. Like, I'm not gonna be able to do this forever. You know, so I was just mentally preparing myself, like, because a lot of guys, when they leave the game, it's hard for them, you know, because it's a routine. Every year you're doing the same thing. You know, you waking up at a certain time. You got to be. It's like you programmed. So I just kind of, you know, used to mentally just tell myself that, you know, it's coming to an end. You know, you need to just start thinking about how you adjust afterwards. And it's so crazy because after I retired, bro, I laid on the couch for 2 straight months. Like,
Really?
yeah.
You didn't get fat.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, man, like it was bad. Like I was like just laying on the couch.
So were you going through something, or you just
I
like
wasn't going
I didn't
resting.
have to I didn't have to do anything, so I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah, like it's almost like you've been doing something for 14 years. That was the sport is brutal, you know.
It is.
So when I got home, man, I laid on that couch. I was like, I ain't going nowhere. Like remote in my hand, 2 straight months.
Your mama come
Nothing.
check on you like, hey, Drake, what's
Hey,
up?
It was so
hey.
bad because like my uncle and them, they would come over the house. They'd be like, man, what you doing? I'd be like, man, I'm laying in the bed. Like, and it was all day long. And it took me one morning I was brushing my teeth, and I got up and brushing my teeth. I looked in the mirror and I seen my sides kind of hanging over. I was like, nah. I was like, I gotta get up and hit the gym. So I called my boy Dose like the next day. I was like, hey man, I'll be in there to see you tomorrow. So now
because he used to having that sexy look all the time, so that was the motivation for that. But now, what's the plan? Of course, you want to stay in shape. You know, you have a certain physique that you.
I just take it one day at a time, man. Like I just try to travel a little bit, you know, do things that I really want. Cause I was more focused on football when I was playing, so I didn't really used to take trips and stuff like that. So, you know, I just try to do little stuff like that. You know, I get to spend more time with my daughter, you know, and stuff like that. So I just take it one day at a time.
So how do you know, a lot of football players, they go broke like 4 or 5 years after they get out the league.
Go ahead and keep it extra real, J-Man.
So, I mean, because you were getting this big check. You're not getting that big check anymore.
Yeah, let's remind him, J-Mac. Thanks.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
But how are you going to maintain? Or are you worried about your lifestyle? You didn't seem like you had a lavish lifestyle, but, you know, we thought other people were balling, and we've seen them on the meal line.
Okay.
Meal line.
Meal line? What's the depression you got now?
Really?
Do you ever get worried about not having that big check again?
Nah, I'm not worried about it. If you do right, if you do what you're supposed to do when you're getting it, then you ain't got to worry about it. You know, so I always, you know, I had a plan, and you know, my biggest thing was I never wanted my lifestyle to change. So
You live a certain way.
Yeah, you got to live a certain way, and then when you get to that point, then you can live how you want to live. So,
is there anything? Okay, you want to travel a little bit. Of course, you want to see your baby. Is there anything that you desire to do? Like, did you think about? Oh, maybe you can do television. You know, maybe.
Oh, he ain't do no television.
How you know what he gonna do? I'm asking you if you.
Oh.
Can we? He's sitting right here.
I'm
He
gonna
don't
take
need
his
his
job.
Can you
walk him
Hey,
outside.
hold on.
Yeah.
Can you start tomorrow then?
Hey, believe me, you don't like the pay. But it's a little bit more than what you're getting now, so you might.
Oh, Jay, man.
Just a little bit more.
You don't know what he getting now. But anyway, so is there something that you desire to do at this point? Other than the traveling, there's something you like to work on, like, you know, I always wanted to be a fireman. I'm just throwing something out there. You know, like Shaq, I want to be a policeman. Come on, Shaq, you 10 feet tall, brother. You know.
I just think over time I like to stay around the game of football.
Coach.
Nah, I ain't coaching.
You're not gonna coach? Because I thought we talked to you a long time ago. You like to do
thought
something with
about
kids.
it. Yeah. It just depends on what level it is. Like, I wouldn't mind coaching like high school ball.
Right,
or something
you've said
like
that.
But as far as like college or NFL, nah.
Why?
I wouldn't
Why not
coach.
college?
Too much time, man.
Now I heard you say that about NFL. I didn't know. I
It
guess
takes
college
up-
would be the
yeah,
same.
it takes up too much time. So I don't know. If it was my choice, I would like to stay around the Texans organization and do something.
I was about to ask because there's still so much. I mean, you can be a great ambassador for the Texans. So I can definitely see you doing something with that. Because I'll be honest with you, let me speak for myself. When I think Texans, the first person I think is Andre Johnson.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth. So that person to me would be a great ambassador. Oh, you know what? Let me go back to something else. Whose idea was it for you to come back and retire with the Texans? Did they say, hey, Dre, We didn't like, you had to go out and leave this, that. Let's do this and make it official because this is really your home. How did that whole thing happen?
Well, we when I said that I was retiring, I had a meeting with Mr. McNair, and we sat down, we talked, and I just told him I wanted to come back and retire, and that's what he wanted too.
Yeah.
So I just think at the time, like, nobody knew how each other was feeling because the
I
way
get it.
things ended when I left, because I never had a conversation with him.
Really?
Before I left, yeah. So that was my first time. Like when I came back to when we came back to play the Texans, like we spoke, but we never like sat down and had a conversation. So that was our first time, like sitting down and having a conversation once I announced that I was going to retire.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did they figure out exactly how they want to remember the legacy of Andre Johnson?
No, they
have not figured it out yet.
No, they're still trying to figure it out. They're gonna have something pretty big during the game. They don't know which game yet, so I mean that's pretty much it. But it's something they're planning. They're working hard on. I'm actually leaving tomorrow to go to the draft because I'm gonna announce the second round pick for the Texans.
Okay. All right.
So.
Okay, so I see what's happening here. Andre will be working for the Texans.
He'll be the ambassador.
He's going to be the ambassador. He can't say it yet, but I see what's happening here.
Real quick, Andre and the coaches, Coach Kubiak, I guess that was kind of your most successful run. You can still keep in touch with him. And then also, what was the difference between him and Bill O'Brien as far as like coaching styles?
Can he say that? I liked one and I didn't like another. No, I'm just
well, he can't say that, but he can tell us,
Okay, cool. Okay, all right.
Nah, Coach Kubiak I think Coach Kubiak was a little bit more laid back than Coach O'Brien. Coach O'Brien was real, like he was a real energetic guy. He's out there like going through cadence with the quarterback, and
okay.
Like he's gonna get on you. Like both of them would get on you, but Coach O'Brien, like he was a little tougher.
Uh-huh.
He's especially on the rookies.
Oh, okay.
So he was a little tough, but I mean both of them were great coaches. I have a great relationship with both of them. I still talk to both of them. So.
Can I ask a stupid football question?
Yeah.
Hey man, at any time did you ever go in the huddle and say, "Hey man, Shab, look, I'm over here. Just throw me the ball, dude. I don't know what number play that is. What I'm gonna need you to do, count 3 in, and just don't even look my way. Just throw the ball over here, and I'm gonna catch." Sometimes I swear, man, that's what it looked like to me. I'm like, that's no play right there. That's no play. That's just throw. That's just throw Drake.
Like, I'm gonna go here, turn here, hit me in the fence post.
Was there ever any moments, and just for the novice and me?
I was telling. A lot of people didn't know this, but when Shaw first got here, our first practice together, he used to tell me all the time, like, why he didn't throw me the ball.
What?
Yeah. So it sounds crazy to you, but
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm serious, y'all.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm not throwing you the ball.
So after the play, like if we ran a pass play, and he didn't throw me the ball, he would tell me why he didn't throw it to me. So when it first happened, I used to look at him like it was crazy, like what's going on? But it benefited us a lot, and as you say, it looked like he just used to drop back and just throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But what it did was it made us start seeing the same thing. So like what started happening over time, when I would run a route, I would come back to the huddle and tell him like, "Oh, you didn't throw it because the safety came down, or this, that, and other," and he was like, "Yeah."
Right.
So that helped us out so much to where like
y'all were reading each other.
Yeah, like it was easy.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like it was certain routes. He just knew where I would be at. Like it was certain routes I didn't have to run full routes at times that we could just see something. I just run to the spot and he just put the ball right on me. So it benefited us because even during we used to have a 6-week break before camp started, and we used to just go to U of H every day and just throw, just work on routes and stuff. So it wasn't just that it was just a lot of work. I even used to go in the quarterback meetings. They used to meet before we had our team meeting.
Mhm.
So I used to just go sit in the meeting just to hear what they were talking about. So I never said anything. I only would just sit in there and just let them talk and see what they talked about and what they would go over. So
How did that help you?
it helped a lot. I mean, it helped. It helped us be on the same page. So, and it showed when we played.
A lot of times it seemed that you were being used as a decoy. Did you ever get tired of that? Like, I get it. Everybody's going to be on Dre's, so oftentimes you're kind of going to be used for a decoy. Did that ever bother you though? Like, damn, just
Nah, because you gotta. I mean, when it works both ways, you sometimes you got to do things to help the team be successful.
Right.
So, you just don't want to take a chance of just throwing the ball up all the time when you got 2 or 3 people on you, because it's not benefiting the team. So you have to do things to help, to help the team win. So I didn't feel like I was used as a decoy.
Okay. Now I know you still have foundations because J Mac was vying for position in your foundations. He was throwing up in your face how he does stuff for your mama, but never done nothing for you. That's before the interview started, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. But what are you doing with the foundations now, and can people still be a part of that and the whole nine?
Yeah. We still Andre Johnson Foundation is still going. I'm still doing the Christmas. The Christmas.
Yeah, where you go and
toy
spend
thing,
up all your money and
the Thanksgiving thing.
Mhm.
I just teamed up with Dick's Sporting Goods. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm gonna be donating. I don't know what team it's gonna be yet. I haven't even told nobody this.
Well, we appreciate the exclusive.
We're gonna be donating. It's gonna be a team. I don't know what team. I don't know how I'm gonna go about picking a team.
Okay.
We there's one team in somewhere in the city of Houston. Me and Dick's Sporting Goods, my foundation, and Dick's Sporting Goods. We're gonna donate all their equipment.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
That's the next big thing probably that's going right now. So there's a lot of things I'm brainstorming. Just trying to stay involved in the community, keep my name, keep my brand.
So obviously you've moved off the bed and the couch. So and between taking your baby to school, that and the other, how else will you stay busy?
I don't know. It was kind of crazy. I was actually looking at on a computer last night. I want to take a trip. Think about going to Africa. Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard everyone got to make that pilgrimage at least once.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah. So that's probably the next thing I'll do. Probably after the draft.
Well, thanks for all the years that you gave the Texans. It was literally because of you why, I was such a hardcore Texans fan. When you were playing, they'll tell you, I used to, I was crazy, man. Something was wrong with me. Football season.
Still crazy.
No, but football season, I used to.
You're crazy at changed.
No, it has changed.
About football. Oh, okay.
I mean, I would have pen and pad. I had my Texans flip-flops. I got my jersey on. I don't know what I was doing, man. You had me turning into a fool. I was there analyzing the game every week so I could talk about it the right way. And then, man, I don't know what was wrong with me, man. For a couple of years, it was like that strong. So I don't know. You had me kind of like when you retired, I retired a little bit. Now a game can be on. I'll be like, it'll be on in the background. But before, it was ridiculous, man.
You don't watch the games no more?
I watch them, but I'm telling you, when you and Foster was playing, I just watched differently, man. It was crazy. It really was crazy. When Jimbo said I had the jerseys, I had the whole outfit. Oh, game day. I don't go because I never like going to the. I could not enjoy going to the games because people be making noise, they be screaming. You got the drunk guy up here, and it irritates me because I'm really into the game. Then I'm like, they gonna do an instant replay, and I'm like, dude, you ain't at home. So I said, you know what? I can't do it with people no more. So I was really, really into it, man. But it was all because of one player. It started with you, for real. I know that sounds crazy. I was crazy. I didn't really know that much about the game, but it was just something about, it was just crazy the way you played the game. It really, really was.
Speaking of that, Andre, did you ever did you take DVR your games and watch them afterwards, at home, or would you just watch film at the training?
No, I just watch film. When we would go watch the game the next day after we played it. So that was it. I would during the off season I would get a cut up of all my catches.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would watch.
I'm gonna need
Watch
that reel
those.
right there, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need that reel.
every catch you make for the entire season. They
I'ma
made,
need
they made
that
a
reel.
whole wow.
Yeah.
So how it was like about an hour long? Just catching football?
Man, I don't know.
Can you ever get enough of watching you play the game?
I don't.
You don't watch it.
I don't
Yeah.
watch it. I
Do you
enjoy
not care
watching
about it? Okay, no, I'm gonna leave you alone. Let you live your life. Do you still are you still into watching the game now? Like, do you watch and and can participate as a fan of football?
Yeah. I watch it. If football's on TV, I'm watching it. NFL, I don't watch as much college football,
Mhm.
but if it's Monday, Thursday, Sunday, I'm in front of the TV.
You don't think that's too much football, by the way? All them nights?
Nah. I mean, I feel like it'd be dead when it ain't no football.
The Texans going to be good this year?
Yeah, I think so. I'm excited to see what happens. Especially you had the number 1 defense. Without JJ even playing. So,
Yeah.
getting him back. Him being healthy, I'm just excited to see how it be. But I know the big question is the
quarterback situation.
Yeah,
I'm glad
so,
what you see there.
I don't know, man. I think this is just my personal opinion. I think Savage should get a shot.
Okay.
That's just
What,
my
very
opinion.
political
I
and
think he, you spend a 3rd round pick on him, right? Something
Mhm.
like that. So, I mean,
Let him
let's
play the game and see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, he's set for 3 years, I
Mhm.
think. So
So you don't think
Just
Tony
give him
Romo's
some.
going to come out of the booth and come to if the Texans like
nah, man.
Retirement too good.
I'll tell you this: if Tony went to the booth, Tony got a nice check.
yeah.
So
you don't have to get hurt.
Yeah, you ain't got to get beat up for it, and you get to talk about football.
But isn't the end game is to get that ring?
Yeah, I mean that's the
ultimate goal.
That's the ultimate goal. But look how many people played it didn't get it.
Yeah.
So, I mean that was my big thing. That's what I wanted, but it didn't happen. It's not always gonna work out for you. So, if the Texans win a Super Bowl, I'm gonna get a ring. So I'm kind of
And that's OG talk with Andre Johnson.
I'm going in there asking for a ring.
I know that's right. You deserve it too. They gonna be like, yeah, mate. Y'all know to get one for Andre. You ain't gonna have to ask anyway. Y'all know to get one for Andre, right? Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, so.
Well, man, congratulations. I think you had an awesome career. Like I said, I was a fan because of you, as many people in this city, of course. And you was one of the most noble, humble individuals from the game I've ever met, man. But thank you for what you've done for the team. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. I just think you're an awesome player. I would have loved to see you just kick out 2 more. But I was hopeful that we would have had a different, QB situation. But
Yeah.
Savage is probably the person that can do it, according to Andre. So if he says it, I'm willing to see what's going to happen this season, and my fingers are crossed. And then Jimbo, you just did the list that they released this week of the games we got to play.
Yeah.
So you thought that we at least got 10 in the bag.
10
So we got
wins
10
there.
in the bag.
Yeah.
So Jimbo feels that confident.
Over optimistic maybe, but I think possibly.
And I got
10.
Andre right here who feels optimistic.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll with it. But congratulations to you, man. And I can't wait to see what you do next.
I appreciate it.
Come by anytime. And whenever you want to take J-Mac out for his peanuts, we got a spot for you right where J-Mac is.
What? He don't want this.
Andre Johnson. Can we give him a round of applause? Andre Johnson. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Madd Hatta from the Madd Hatta Morning Show. Thank you so much for checking out our channel on YouTube, Madd Hatta Morning Show. Look, we got more cool videos for you to check out, so make sure you check them out. And also, make sure you subscribe to our channel, Madd Hatta Morning Show. And keep checking out the Madd Hatta Morning Show on 97.9 The Box, too. Thank you.